This will defend.
Fly Army.
Above the best.
Good morning, graduates, family members, and guests. On behalf of Major General Claire Gill, Commanding General, United States Army Aviation Center of Excellence in Fort Novosel, welcome to the graduation ceremony for flight school. Would everyone please stand for the invocation and the playing of the national anthem? Chaplain Cody Coolidge will give our invocation.
For those who wish, I invite you to pray in accordance with your faith as I do so in mine. Let us pray. Almighty God, we thank you for today, for everyone here as well. We are also thankful for the accomplishments of these Army Aviation graduates and the support of family and friends. We thank you for guiding them through challenges, for the strength they have shown, and for the bonds they have formed. As they embark on the next chapter of their military journey, we ask for your blessings upon each one. Grant them wisdom in their decisions, courage in their duties, and compassion in their service to others. May they embody the Army values in word and deed into every mission they undertake. May you protect them as they serve our nation, and may you bless their lives. Help them to remain steadfast in their commitments and unwavering in their faith. These things I pray in your holy name. Amen.
Please remain standing for the playing of the national anthem. Gentlemen, please remove your headdress. Thank you. You may be seated. Please welcome Lieutenant Colonel Jeffrey Gaines, Commander of 1st Battalion, 13th Aviation Regiment.
Good morning. What an exciting day for Army Aviation. I'd like to welcome each and every one of you to today's graduation ceremony. Family members, friends, and instructors, thank you for your support in commemorating this tremendous occasion. We are delighted that you can celebrate with us this morning. Attending the ceremony representing the United States Army Aviation Center of Excellence are Brigadier General Ken Cole, Deputy Commanding General; Colonel Jason Woodward, Commander, 1st Aviation Brigade; Colonel Christopher Logston, Deputy Commandant for the Army National Guard and Senior Guard Advisor; Colonel Mary Elizabeth Scott, Deputy Assistant Commandant for the United States Army Reserve; Chief Warrant Officer 5, Nigel Hebshire, Command Chief Warrant Officer, 1st Aviation Brigade; Command Sergeant Major Tahir Hassan, Command Sergeant Major, 1st Aviation Brigade; and Command Sergeant Major Julian Adams, Command Sergeant Major, 1st Battalion, 145th Aviation Regiment. Thank you for joining us. To our newest aviators, congratulations on achieving a significant milestone. In just a few moments, your flight school journey will come to an end as close friends and family pin the wings you've worked so hard for on your chest. I hope you will always remember three things: the professional aviators that trained you, the special community you now belong to, and the sacred duty we have to support the ground force. The ground force is depending on you to get them where they need to be, when they need to be there, or protecting them from the enemy. And when you find yourself on the receiving end of a frantic radio call for help, I know you will respond, moving heaven and earth to help the men and women on the ground, because that's what Army Aviation is all about. We exist to support the ground force. I am proud of you and eager to see each of you realize your full potential as an Army aviator. Before I introduce our guest speaker, I would like to quickly reiterate the pinning of our aviators. Your aviator will be called forward, cross the stage, then stand before the stage to await their family or friends to come up and pin their wings. The master of ceremony will cue you by saying, "Please come forward to pin your aviator." At that time, please come forward and pin the wings on your aviator. Take a brief moment to celebrate at this momentous occasion before returning to your seats. The stage will be available after graduation for you to take as many additional photos as you like. Graduates, this is a defining moment for you and your family, one you will likely never forget. Congratulations to you all. Now it is my great pleasure to introduce the guest speaker for today's ceremony, Chief Warrant Officer 5, Robert Macy. Chief Warrant Officer 5, Robert Macy, is a Master Army Aviator with more than 28 years of military service. He initially began his military career as an airborne infantryman before becoming an intelligence analyst. Upon completion of flight school in 2002, he graduated as a UH-60 Black Hawk pilot. During his time in the Army, he's received numerous awards and decorations for his service and served in a number of key positions throughout his career, including instructor pilot, instructor examiner, standardization instructor pilot, senior warrant officer, and aviation mission survivability officer. He is currently, he is also the aviation standardization officer and current operations officer for station in Vicenza, Italy, while serving with the United States Army Southern European Task Force, Africa. He currently serves as the Command Chief Warrant Officer of the 110th Aviation Brigade here at Fort Novosel. Please welcome Chief Warrant Officer 5, Robert Macy.
First, I'd like to say thank you for that introduction, and thank you, Lieutenant Colonel Gaines, for giving me the opportunity to speak at this historic event. Distinguished guests, families, friends, it's great to see everyone here to celebrate today's graduation of the Army's newest combat aviators. As I was preparing my speech, I tried to recall back, for some of you a lifetime ago, to my flight school graduation. It might be my age, but I can't seem to remember who the guest speaker was, so I don't expect you'll remember who I am or what I say. However, I do remember the people that were sitting to my left and right and in this very same room. I want to take a few moments to recognize those individuals who enabled you to sit where you are today. They should be, and probably are, some of the most important people in your life. Mine was my lovely wife, Monica, who was able to make it here today, and she's standing in the back. She's always been my rock and my center. For you, it may be your spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, parents, or a close friend that you invited to your graduation. Regardless, they are important in your life. That person probably helped you get through the apprehensions of starting flight school, motivated you when you were dreading the feared SEER school, helped you study emergency procedures and limits as you started Common Core and your advanced airframe, cheered you on as you found out what your go-to-war aircraft would be, and they may be here to pin your wings on your chest today. Everything you've accomplished over the last year and a half or more is a direct reflection of the support you have received throughout your journey leading to this day. Please join me in a round of applause for the special people in your life that have helped you get this far. Now on your left and right is a fellow classmate. This is a person who also helped you, but in a very different way. I recall studying hours on end with my classmates. When I needed to just decompress, I remember having class barbecues and parties where we made fun of the IPs or just talked about our overall experiences we were having. I remember maneuvering through the woods with my classmates as we attempted to evade and sear. Although I don't remember who spoke at my graduation, I do remember the classmates I had. Some are still with us, some have given the ultimate sacrifice. But those friendships have never diminished. In the end, we shared a special bond. And it isn't until combat that you will form another bond like this. You've created a brotherhood or a sisterhood that will last far into the future. I urge you to remain connected with your friends you have made along the way. I know you're all waiting for the profound advice of a seasoned veteran. Unfortunately, they're all busy, so I'm here instead. You've received the best flight school training in the world throughout your time here, and you should now focus on the next steps of your success. That's arriving to your unit, ready to progress, ready to become the next pilot in command. Each step following graduation should focus on becoming the best and most successful Army aviator that you can. Flight school, which was a long time ago for me, marks the beginning point of your career. It is but the first course of many you'll attend on your path as an aviator. I hope the education and interaction with your classmates over the past 18 to 24 months has marked a new and critical phase in your leadership development. Allow me to highlight a few things I learned along the way. First, your responsibility is to try to master the trade you have chosen. This is your core competency for the rest of your career. An aviator much smarter than me said that this is a profession that has no master. In aviation, you never stop learning. There will always be changes to the Dash 10s, new SOPs, or a change in doctrine as aviation and combat must continually adapt to new enemy threats. I challenge you to continue studying in aviation, and the learning never ends. Become both technical and tactically proficient. As your first goal, you should be to make pilot in command in your aircraft. Prioritize your studying of the Dash 10, SOPs, Army regulations, and continue to stand out amongst your peers. I can recall multiple commanders over the years who always had a Dash 10 open on their desk. Now let's be honest, it was only for show, as every time I checked, it was on the same page. But be the leader and expert that our soldiers need and are looking for. You must strive to be the best, as lives both in the helicopter and on the ground depend on you. This is a sacred trust we have with our ground forces. They know that if aviation is capable, we will always come when they need us most. Remember, at every stage of your career, you will be a rookie at something. To be the best, you will be uncomfortable at times. Be the first to adopt new tactics, techniques, and procedures. Volunteer when asked, even when you don't know what it's for. Take the mission or task that others may shy away from. It may turn out to be the best reward possible. Lean into fear, avoid boredom, and you'll always be successful. Be the visionary that senior leaders come to for advice. Another point is that adversity is good, sometimes. It gives perspective and helps you become a better leader. Not every trek ride is going to go well. Not every mission is going to turn out the way you planned it, as most plans don't survive first contact. The Army is a learning organization, and your part in it as a leader is not to focus on the external environment or factors that you cannot control, but on what the internal conditions are that you can affect. Don't become the leader who just wants to get the job over with or takes a shortcut so they can go home early. Do the job to the best of your ability all the time. To all the lieutenants in the class, you're about to embark on what I consider one of the hardest jobs in the Army. Being a platoon leader in an aviation flight company is stressful and challenging. You will be the least experienced aviator in your platoon and be expected to lead those who all know and understand the mission better than you do. Embrace your tracked warrant officers and senior NCOs. Allow them to mentor and guide you. But understand you're in charge. and if you must draw the line on a decision, do so. Please understand that warrant officers and soldiers in your platoon want and expect 100% effort for the 12 months you're in the position before they have to start over with a new platoon leader. To the warrant officers, always give your best and support your leadership. Mentor and guide your junior officers throughout your career, as these lieutenants will be your future company, battalion, and even potentially brigade commanders in the future. Your actions and conduct will be paramount in establishing their perceptions of the warrant officer cohort, good or bad, for the rest of their career. In closing, Army Aviators Class of 25007, I'd like to say I'm super proud of what you've accomplished and more so of what you will become. You will lead Army Aviation into the mid-century and be the forefront of some exciting changes. As dinosaurs like me will be here in the museum, you'll be the generation of aviators who advance Army Aviation into the future. So be humble, be smart, continue to learn, and you'll love the career you've chosen. Welcome to the Army Aviation profession. Fly Army, above the best.
Thank you, Mr. Macy, for your inspiring remarks. At this point in the ceremony, we honor those graduates who have excelled in this course. Graduates who are within the top 20% of their class receive special recognition as Commandant's List graduates, honor graduates, or distinguished graduates. The distinguished graduate is the title bestowed upon those officers who attain the highest overall scholastic average throughout the entire course of instruction. As the title implies, it is the mark of excellence, representing outstanding achievement in academic and flight endeavor. The distinguished graduate receives engraved sterling silver wings provided by the Army Aviation Association of America. At this time, I take pleasure in announcing the distinguished graduates from Class 25007. Lieutenant Cole Shearhart, distinguished graduate. First Lieutenant Shearhart is an active duty, dual-tracked C-12 and UH-60 Mike pilot. Warrant Officer Aaron Pernaruski, distinguished graduate. W1 Pernaruski is an active duty AH-64 Echo pilot. Please come forward and pin your aviator. Now we will recognize the remaining top 20% and then the remainder of the class in alphabetical order by rank. Lieutenant Henry Corton, honor graduate. First Lieutenant Corton is an active duty UH-60 Mike pilot. Warrant Officer Nicole Canteen, honor graduate. W1 Canteen is an active duty UH-60 Mike pilot. Warrant Officer Christopher Curse, honor graduate. W1 Curse is an active duty dual track C-12 and UH-60 Mike pilot. Warrant Officer Raymond Kelly, honor graduate. W1 Kelly is an active duty dual track C-12 and UH-60 Mike pilot. Warrant Officer Benjamin Rugebrick, honor graduate. W1 Rugebrick is an AH-64 Echo pilot with the Utah National Guard. Please come forward and pin your aviator. Lieutenant J.C. Bell. Second Lieutenant Bell is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Alaska National Guard. Lieutenant Parker Haynes. First Lieutenant Haynes is an active duty UH-60 Mike pilot. Lieutenant Eric Wynn. Second Lieutenant Wynn is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the California National Guard. Lieutenant Matthew Johnson. Second Lieutenant Johnson is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Army Reserve based out of Kentucky. Lieutenant Kevin Keating. First Lieutenant Keating is an active duty UH-60 Mike pilot. Please come forward and pin your aviator. Lieutenant Angel Rodriguez. First Lieutenant Rodriguez is an active duty UH-60 Mike pilot. Lieutenant Benjamin Smith. First Lieutenant Smith is an active duty UH-60 Mike pilot. Lieutenant Vincent Soy. Second Lieutenant Soy is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the New York National Guard. Warrant Officer Jeremy Crawford. W1 Crawford is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Army Reserve based out of Texas. Warrant Officer Jeremy Dalton. W1 Dalton is an active duty UH-60 Mike pilot. Please come forward and pin your aviator. Warrant Officer Weston Downs. W1 Downs is an active duty UH-60 Mike pilot. Warrant Officer Brady Farley. W1 Farley is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Georgia National Guard. Warrant Officer Daniel Gonzalez Rosado. W1 Gonzalez Rosado is an active duty CH-47 Fox pilot. Warrant Officer Adam Guidelock. W1 Guidelock is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Army Reserve based out of Colorado. Warrant Officer Michael Gray. W1 Gray is an active duty UH-60 Mike pilot. Please come forward and pin your aviator. Warrant Officer Edric Guillen. W1 Guillen is an active duty, dual track C-12 and UH-60 Mike pilot. Warrant Officer Todd Kirchner. W1 Kirchner is an active duty UH-60 Mike pilot. Warrant Officer Mackenzie Kochman. W1 Kochman is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the North Dakota National Guard. Warrant Officer Hunter Major. W1 Major is an active duty UH-60 Mike pilot. Warrant Officer Colton Marlowe. W1 Marlowe is an UH-60 Mike pilot with the Nevada National Guard. Please come forward and pin your aviator. Warrant Officer Logan Mayfield. W1 Mayfield is an active duty UH-60 Mike pilot. Warrant Officer Salif Nakima. W1 Nakima is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Ohio National Guard. Warrant Officer Samuel Nunez. W1 Nunez is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Michigan National Guard. Warrant Officer Alan Ortiz. W1 Ortiz is an active duty dual track C-12 and UH-60 Mike pilot. Warrant Officer Brian Proctor. W1 Proctor is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Massachusetts National Guard. Please come forward and pin your aviator. Warrant Officer Curtis Riken. W1 Riken is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the California National Guard. Warrant Officer Jenna Sakamoto. W1 Sakamoto is an active duty UH-60 Mike pilot. Warrant Officer Antonio Salas. W1 Salas is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the California National Guard. Warrant Officer Matthew Short. W1 Short is an active duty UH-60 Mike pilot. Warrant Officer Christopher Vasilauskis. W1 Vasilauskis is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Washington National Guard. Please come forward and pin your aviator. Graduates, please stand. Please join me in a round of applause for the Army's newest aviation warfighters. Everyone, please stand or remain standing for the playing of the aviation song, Above the Best, and the Army song, The Army Goes Rolling Along. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the graduation ceremony. Thank you for celebrating with us. Please enjoy the rest of your day and safe travels returning home. Class leader, please dismiss the class.